I like that the game was already windowed. That's so great. Oh, it perfectly fit. We love that for us. And thank you for the chicken, Kotsu. Yeah, because some of the new like actual weapon designs are super cool. Where I want to try Reaper. So let me know how you like it though, Kotsu. I know Jinx plays Reaper and a few other friends do as well, but I haven't like tried it out myself. Along with Viper, I want to try out too. Okay, let me know if the sound is okay for the game. I can adjust it for YouTube and Twitch, but let me know if that's not the case. Ooh, very pretty. A game difficulty? Oh, okay. I don't know how I feel. Is it, you know? Cozy normal do not feature game overs for being unable to pay your bills, but hard mode does. Um, I'm gonna do normal cause capitalism? Question mark. To my dearest Sprout, I'm crying because I play 14. Sprout hardly seems like a fitting name anymore, does it? By now you must be towering over your mother. She always was a short little thing. Don't tell her I called her that, okay? I fear it would make our relationship even worse than it is now, if that's even possible. I digress. My dearest Sprouts, it has been far too long since I last saw you. Still, I picture in my mind a toddler with a mess of orange hair who insisted on wearing their rain boots on the sunniest of days, who would remove their smock lest least they paint on it, who would turn their nose up at chocolate, but sneak carrots from the fridge when no one was looking. You've always had your own way of doing things, my dear. That is precisely why I'm entrusting you with my greatest treasure, my antique store. Well, for the next 3 months, anyhow. After a lifetime of living in the city, a bit of country air ought to do you well. Um, Willowmist is special to me, and I think soon enough it will be special to you. It has quirks, which I'm sure you'll realize quickly, but it has a way of growing on you. Or perhaps it's the other way around, like a parasite or maybe a fungus. Either way, I'll suspect you'll fit in just fine. I'm only sorry I cannot be there to greet you. Responsibilities pull me away from Willowmist, but you don't have to worry about that. I'm sure you'll hear enough rumors about where I've gone to satisfy your curiosity. Trust me. Whatever they say will be nowhere near as interesting as the truth. To find the store, take a left from the train station, then a right when you notice the breeze pick up. Then turn around and walk backward for 7 steps, close your eyes, and turn around again. You'll find it soon enough. I have an employee there waiting for you. He's not the easiest to get along with, but I doubt anyone could resist your charm. You're much like your aunt in that respect. Take care of the store, Sprout. Take care of yourself. And for heaven's sake, don't try to sell the vase with the bird on it. It's cursed. With all my love and faith in you. And Sylvia. P.S. If you find Florian napping on the job, make sure to tuck him in. He doesn't get enough sleep, that boy. Okay. You felt a buzz from your pocket, the familiar sensation of a worried mother. The train continued shuddering along on its track in its most comfortable way. Darling, won't you reconsider? It's such a big move. You've always lived nearby. You won't know anyone, so if anything goes wrong, why not stay home? Okay. So we've got some caring family members. I'm here for that. That's really cute. By the way, like the graphics and the cinematography is really well done in this game. So kudos to the developers for that, for real, for real. Like I'm here for it. Um, let's see. I'm already nearly there, Mom. You worry too much, you know that. All right, I'll make them turn the train around. I'm crying. I'm already nearly there, Mom. Considering I'm nowhere in the middle of nowhere, a train in the middle of nowhere, it might be a little late, Mom. As much as I'd love to get on the return train back, I really wouldn't. It took 4 hours to get here. I just don't understand why you left so suddenly. And Sylvie needs someone to watch the shop, you know that. I'm sure she has friends there. She also has family, you know. Won't you reconsider? Sorry, Mom. I love you, but I'm looking forward to a few months away from home. New people, fresh air, and a real job. You never even worked at a store before, let alone ran one. And Sylvie says someone will be there to help out. It's an antique store in a tiny town in the middle of nowhere. I don't think it'll be particularly busy. I swear you got your stubborn streak straight from my sister. Okay, baby, just stay safe, okay? Don't walk about alone at night. Make sure to lock the doors and call me if anything happens. Not the damn there goes my plans. I know what you are, main protagonist. I know what you do out in these streets. Nah, I'm playing. You can have fun. It's fine. I'm assuming they're an adult, like, obviously because they're going to run a store. So I'm going to assume the character, from what I've seen, might be in their 20s. But I think in visual novels, I tend to assume they're probably in their, early to mid 20s. Not a bad thing. It's just, an observation. So I'm assuming because of what they're saying they are, which is fine. I think that's cute. I'm just switching things over for a second. Okay. I will, Mom. Everything will be fine. Train's about to pull up. I'll text you later. Okay. I love you. Love you too. Oh, wow. All right, 2.5 Studios. I see you. Also, shout out to real artists. We don't do generative AI around these parts. So, I don't know if I'm supposed to like press to move ahead. Oh! They tell me of the choices and the tasks I have in store. Every antique has a secret. All right, developers. Every person has a story that is waiting to unveil. Something in me feels aware that there's this untold magic in the air. I can't shake off this feeling, this sweet mystery, like all the snowy mountaintops. Oh, I like you. Every bone in my being is begging to stay, like all my broken puzzle pieces fall right into place, like all my broken puzzle pieces fall right into place. No, right into place. No. That all my broken puzzle pieces fall right into place. All right, 2.5 Studios, you better come through with the beginning image. Okay, so I do know in this game, I think you can be either the brother or the sister. So this is what the brother looks like, as you saw in the video just now. I'm gonna be her, and I'm gonna be a she, her. But again, in this game, you can also be a they, them. So shout out to inclusivity. And I think, again, as you can see, you can customize your pronouns and customize your honorifics, which we love a game that's inclusive. I don't usually insert myself when I play games like this, so I'm actually going to say as Sage. I think that's a really pretty name. So, body type. Oh yeah, I think that's enough. And again, I didn't hear anybody say anything about the sound, so I'm assuming the sound folks can hear the music and everything okay. But let me know if I need to adjust it and make it a little bit louder, both on Twitch and YouTube. But yeah, I think this is good enough for me. The air was chilly as you stepped out of your train and onto the platform, if you could even call it that. It seemed more like a graveyard than any of the train platforms you've ever frequented back in the city. No matter the hour, they would be completely packed with people coming and going, rushing for reasons you could never quite understand, for reasons they may never understand either. The platform was completely empty, no one waited to get on, and you were the only person who got off. Where chatter would usually greet you, all that you heard on this quiet platform in the middle of the countryside was the sound of the wind rustling the trees and the chirping of crickets hidden amongst the weeds. I love how you could just chirp back. That's fair. I'm gonna say welcome to your new home, Sage. Home sweet home, or something. It really is quiet. Gathering up your belongings, which you brought only a few of, you quickly found your aunt's letter once again. Left from the station the right when the wind picks up. I'm not sure what the weather has to do with it. Well, it's supposed to be a pretty small town. I'm sure I'll find it. Again, this visual novel is actually really well done. I'm not even going to hold you. Like, even having, like, well done scenery from artists, 2.5 Studios, you cooked. Wow. From the way your aunt has described the quaint countryside town of Willowmist, you had expected 2 shacks and a farm, if you were lucky. Instead, upon taking a left when you exited the station, you found yourself in a town center that was significantly more vast than you first imagined. You smiled as you pulled your suitcase up a small flight of stairs, eyes searching around the beautiful facades and rural landscapes. Music drifted out from somewhere unseen. It seemed almost like the sound of change, of newfound freedom. A few people passed you as you continued onwards, though for the most part, you had the street to yourself. Even that was strangely foreign to you. Where you grew up, there was always people around no matter the hour. You took a deep breath into your lungs. The air was cool and fresh. The scent of flowers drifted towards you as the wind picked up, changing course. So, right now. You glanced to the right and found a street there that ran away from the town center. What did she write? Turn around and walk backwards for 7 steps, then close my eyes, then turn around again. She could have just sent me the address. With a half chuckle, half sigh, you turned around and began walking backwards, hoping you wouldn't crash into anyone, though the chances of that seemed slim at that time of night. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Slowly, you closed your eyes, removing sight from the equation, then spun back around and opened them back up. And sitting before you was a quaint little store with green paneling and a sloped roof and a metal sign hanging above the door. It read, "The Willowmist Emporium of Antiques and Curiosities." In stream, the title's been said. Nah, I'm just kidding. I just love when people say the title card of things. There you are. I've been looking for you. You're even prettier than my aunt said. You reached down and searched under the doormat and quickly found the key that your aunt left for you. Its brass surface was marked with blemishes that all seemed to show how well loved this building was. The key turned in the lock soundlessly as you pushed the door open. Neat. Love the shop. Tables upon tables of antiques and knickknacks greeted you. A dozen different lampshades and chandeliers hung from the ceiling, lighting up the space. Wow. She just put together an interesting collection. Is a collection the right word? It's a bit too chaotic for that. Potted plants dotted the room, bringing a bit of life to the otherwise still space. Carefully, you put your luggage to the side, cautious of knocking over anything and causing what would be the worst game of dominoes ever. And then you walked through the aisles, if they could be called that, and inspected the store. You'd never visited Willowmist before, nor seen any photos of it, yet somehow you felt a strange sense of familiarity. If it made you feel at ease despite being away from your home for the first time in your life. You dropped everything to come here. You quit your casual job. They were hardly giving you hours anyway, only a week ago. You didn't renew your lease. Fortunately, the timing worked out well since it was coming to an end regardless. Friends back home only found out about your temporary move a few days before your train left. Honestly, though, you weren't that close to anyone. It always felt like the friends you kept around had other friends they would have preferred spending time with. That seemed to happen as you got older, the natural drifting apart of people who you once clung to, like your life depended on it. This is why I feel like, again, with this characterization, that this character, no matter your gender, is probably somebody who is in their 20s, because this seems very like well, it happens all throughout life, obviously, but I feel like that's something that would generally happen during your 20s and stuff, too. So, you needed to change. So here you were in the middle of the countryside town of Willowmist, surrounded by rolling hills and mountain ranges like you've never seen before. Are you a vampire? Jesus Christ! Whatever the man was carrying in a box a moment ago is now sprawled out all over the floor, dropped in surprise. You're cute and pretty, and I mean that in the most respectful way, because I don't know how old you are, but we love pretty character designs. And you have vampire teeth, so vampire? I love how I just paused for a second where I'm like, is that a vampire? Are you a vampire? Are you gonna eat people? Is that a thing? Maybe? Okay, let me stop asking next to get to the story. With mouth agape, he stared at you, still grasping for words. Listen, if you wanted to rob the store, you could have done it before I got here. Common courtesy and all that. If I was gonna rob a store, it wouldn't be this dump. Hey, my aunt probably put a lot of work into this dump. Wait. Forget about that. Why would I be the one robbing the store? I was here first. And if anyone was going to be robbing it, it'd be you. I didn't see you when I came in. I was in the storeroom. Can you prove it? Why should I be the one to prove it? You're the one who just walks in here. The man sighed, the most tired, exasperated sigh you've ever heard, and his eye bags under his eyes seemed to give away who he was. I think he's a vampire. He's also got, like, moles up here, y'all, like beauty moles. And here again. And he's got canine. Well, not saying every human who has strong canines is a vampire, but I'm just saying, it's not beating the allegations right now. All right. So Florian, aren't you? Unfortunately. And you must be Sage. The last time I checked, yeah. Why are you here so late? It was the only train coming into town today. Didn't my aunt tell you I was coming? The same way she tells me anything. Vaguely. I didn't even know what you looked like. You nearly gave me a heart attack. Didn't we even? God, you're exactly like your aunt. Great. I'll take that as a compliment. You shouldn't. Let's see. What are you doing here so late, by the way? And what, don't you get along with the boss? I don't know. Like, I need to actually, for the demo, because I do want to play the full game. I don't really know which character I want to romance yet. I have to, like, look into that, because I didn't want to spoil anything for the demo. But I do want to kind of get to know all the characters, because I do like to max out, like, friend stuff. So maybe we'll do what? Don't get along with the boss? You make it sound like you're not particularly fond of your boss. It's not like that. She's great and terrible. The nosiest woman I've ever met. And also the best one. But that's beside the point. Didn't she at least tell you about the living accommodations? Nope. She doesn't really give details, as I'm quickly becoming aware of. No shit. She really just left all this crap to me. I ought to quit. That a teacher. But what would I do without you? We don't know each other and we're not friends. You be fine. Then how about we be friends? I'm good. You can sleep upstairs, but it's a mess. Sylvie isn't known for her neatness. A mess is fine. I'm sure I'll fit right in. Whatever. Get some sleep or don't. I'll be working for a bit longer. Do you need some help? From someone who looks like they don't know which side of a mop to hold? Nah. It's the side with the sponge, right? I'm kidding. It's a joke. I know how to use a mop. You've probably been traveling all day. Just sleep. You almost sound like you care. I don't. I guess Sylvie didn't tell you anything about actually running the story either. Nope. She said you'd teach me. Like I'm some expert. I just wash the floors. Fine, I'll try to help tomorrow afternoon. Not in the morning. I don't do mornings. Gathering up your luggage, you stared up the staircase. I date the redhead. Yeah, Sage. I mean, the main protagonist, no matter their gender, is really pretty, and most of the character designs in this game are super cool. So I get it. I'm going to carry my bags up. Get some sleep soon. All right. I want to be sassy, so I'm not going to offer to carry my bags up. A charming gentleman might offer to carry my bags up. I'm sure a charming gentleman would. Without another glancing direction, Florine collected his drop box, then went back into the storage room. One step at a time, you dragged your suitcase up the stairs and into your new home for the next 3 months. That's so funny. I feel like that's definitely a tsundere type character. Which, I mean, there's like stereotypes using like Japanese terms specifically in games like this. Which I'm here for, obviously, but I think that's just funny. So, let's see. Your aunt's upstairs apartment felt almost like a continuation of downstairs, like a quilt stitched together with mismatched memories. A half-read book with reading glasses resting atop the stat pages sat on the worn armchair. Tangled yarn as soft as clouds and as bright as spring blooms spilled from a basket. The table was set and waiting for you, expecting your company. It was almost like time was paused. In a place where vintage clocks softly ticked in unison, mismatched mugs rested in cozy clusters, and the air smelled ever so faintly of lavender and old books. And that wasn't to mention the abundance of potted plants that filled the room. It was as if a forest had crept in and decided to stay. You placed down your bags and grinned like a child who had just found a new secret hiding spot. The weight of the world and all your previous worries seemed to melt away, even just a little bit. It's going to be a fun 3 months, if you could already tell. Unpacking could wait for tomorrow. For now, you unzipped your suitcase and pulled out your pajamas. You got changed and settled into bed. The sheets were crisp and white, the pillows fluffed, and the gentle atmosphere of Willowmist slowly began to help you drift off to sleep. As you laid there surrounded by the scent of linen not your own, you swore for a moment you could feel someone watching you. I don't like that. Excuse me? It's given like that, the shout out to Ate Hanimaru when we did that other visual novel. Oh my gosh. Rose of the Revere. Phantom of the Rose. Why is it always somebody like watching somebody in these visual novels? What's going on? Why is this happening again? Why would you do this? But then you fell into a deep sleep, none of the wiser. Again, this game is very well polished, I would say, for a visual novel. I've seen a lot. I haven't played a lot, but I've seen a lot, so. Okay. We'll probably do a little bit more, and then we're going to get ready to raid out. I might just send folks off to Gia, since Gia's still streaming right now, in terms of things, the support. But yeah, we're going to do a little bit more story, and then I will get ready to just wrap up stream for today. Let's see. When your eyes fluttered open the next morning, a small amount of panic settled into your stomach. This wasn't your apartment. Oh, I like her pajamas. Right, Willowmist. Aunt's place. Not back home anymore. Probably take a bit of getting used to. You looked out the window where you could see sunlight cascading in from between the outstretched arms of trees. It still looked to be early, which was good. You wanted the chance to look around the sober floor before and got back. Maybe you'd even be able to impress him. It seemed like a big maybe. You weren't sure, but he seemed like the difficult to impress type of guy. Well, you did like a challenge. You quickly dressed and raided the kitchen for breakfast, which you found half stocked with food. Your aunt left some fresh veggies and fruits and a few microwavable meals they'd have to do for now. You find the grocery store another day, hopefully. With a pear half eaten in your hand, you made your way back downstairs. The store had a different vibe during the day. It seemed almost whimsical, like the collection of some peculiar witch who decided a horde of lampshades was better than the herbs. You once walked between the tables, noting that despite the clutter, everything was dust-free. Florin wasn't lying about cleaning at the very least. Again, I can't emphasize enough how I really appreciate how pretty this looks. Walking up to the counter, you notice a distinct lack of technology. There was no computer or electronic cash register there, only an old till that seemed to be an antique itself. All the accounts looked to be handwritten in a journal that's set upright in a book stand next to it. Either your aunt had a fantastic accountant or was committing tax fraud, or maybe both. I'm crying. So the lack of anything electronic didn't surprise you since you were a child. She always wrote your letters rather than email or text. She was a little old school, but that didn't bother you. If anything, receiving a handwritten letter was exciting to you. You didn't know anyone else growing up who got letters, except for people getting bills, but no one liked those letters. You understood that greatly now. Standing behind the counter and looking out towards the shop, you felt an overwhelming sense of purpose. This was your aunt's treasure, and she was leaving it to you. Well, for a few months, but that was beside the point. Alongside that sense of purpose was a small yet persistent reminder of just how insane this was, dropping everything to move to a town you never even visited because of an aunt you hadn't seen since childhood. I'm going to say it's daunting. It was daunting, honestly. You spent countless nights worrying that this was the wrong decision before you decided to just embrace it. It was a knock at the door that pulled you out of your introspection, a very neat, crisp knock, if a knock could be neat, crisp. You could see all the tall shadow on the other side of the door, but no details apart from that. Florin, you opened the door wide, curiously peering at the stranger on the other side who looked at you up and down and looked at this watch and shook his head and walked past you and into the store. Oh! Listen, if there is a character that I will probably end up wanting to romance in this game for Sage, it is this character here. Hello! And y'all know he looks like Zane and Emmerich with short hair with glasses, okay? All right? And the melanin. I'm just saying. That's all. Don't mind me. It is what it is. Well, I hope you're not about to tell me you're Florin. That'll make last night very strange for me. Florin? No, I'm not Mr. Westbrook. I apologize for disappointments. The mystery man puts down his briefcase on the counter and begins pulling out paperwork and pens from within it. Not sure if I've ever met a man that's actually used a briefcase before. Kinda dig it. I suppose I'll just have to wonder endlessly who exactly you are then. I do appreciate a mystery as much as the next person, but right, it would be unlike Mrs. Marigold to leave you with any kind of instructions. He quickly pulled a business card out of his pocket. Emmett Finch, independent accountant at Finch Observatory. Of course the accountant would be hot. I am crying. You know someone's important when their name is a part of the business. Maybe we ought to rebrand the store to Sage Emporium. Emmett, and you must be Sage. I'll admit, I've heard very little of you, so we're starting out on equal footing. In short, I'm your aunt's financial partner, her accountant, and now by extension, yours for the time being. We have a lot to discuss regarding accounts, cash flow, and taxes. Such exciting topics for a Tuesday morning. I'm crying this game takes place on a Tuesday, too. You watch as he paused. I did not do that intentionally. I did not know that. You watched as he pushed up his glasses and nodded. Anytime is the perfect time to talk numbers. I appreciate working with someone like-minded in that regard. What experience do you have running a business? Honestly, none. If I'm going to be honest with you, absolutely none. Absolutely none. None. Zilch. Zero. Yes, I do know what that none means. Understood. It means my role will be a little more hands-on than in previous months. I will bill Miss Marigold for the extra time we need to get you up to speed. That sounds expensive. All good things in life are. You know what? You're not wrong. Capitalism is a bitch. Hate it. Quickly, you watch him shuffle through his paperwork before pulling out one specific sheet of paper. I'll be frank with you, Miss Marigold's accounts are dire. Despite my protest, she makes little effort to remedy that fact. Sometimes I wonder whether she truly desires to own a business or not. Perhaps with you around, we'll see some change. Perhaps we won't. Time will tell. Wow, thanks for the overwhelming support. Or if with you on my side, I know I'm going to knock it out of the park. I am supporting you. If I wasn't, I wouldn't be here. I'm just not in the habit of giving false promises. At the very least, we'll aim for Miss Marigold to not return to bankruptcy. Sounds like a plan to me. Support, stop by to have you sign a few forms, though only temporary. I like to keep my affairs in order. Sign here, please. One by one, you signed each and every form Emmett handed to you, and boy, there were a lot of forms. Great. My hand's starting to ache. Stay strong, Sage. You can do this. I wonder what this guy's deal is anyway. He must be local, right? Maybe this would be a good chance to try to make a friend. She knows. She knows I know. We are linking up. She knows. Well, you're here. Can I ask you a few questions? Be my guest. I have a little extra time before my next appointment. Are you a local? Do you live in Willowmist? Yes, my practice is located close to here. You'll find my address on the business card I gave you. Have you always lived here, or have you happened upon another wayward wanderer like myself? I found my practice here. Excuse me. Yes. I mean you personally, not your practice. I don't see that it makes any difference. Oh, okay. All right. How long have you been working with my aunt? It's been... He thinks through his briefcase, nodding as his eyes scan the various documents. A year now, give or take a few weeks. How has it been? Satisfactory. Miss Marigold had her accounts sorted, and I have been paid, so I believe that counts as a success. And how has she been to work with? Why do you ask? I haven't seen my aunt since I was a child. I was just wondering what she's like these days. She's fine enough to work with, very memorable. That's all I say on the matter. Is there much fun to be had around town? Apart from doing taxes, that is. That depends on what you find fun. If you mean theme parks and musicals, then you're out of luck. If you enjoy hiking, dining, or live music, then there's plenty of that. I'm down to try new things. I wish you all the luck trying them on your own time. Emmett looked down at his watch before setting his eyes on the door. I'll stop by in a few days to go over paying your bills and keeping the lights on. Until then, keep your accounting in the journal at the counter, and I will access it when I return. I'll try my best. Apologies if they're not quite up to standard, but I'll have Flora here to help me, hopefully. Actually, are there any good breakfast places around here? My aunt left a few things, but I'd kill for a nice breakfast while I'm waiting. There's quite a few decent establishments. Well, are you hungry? We could grab a bite and have a mini tour of the town, if you're up for it. You killed it, Sage. There's no way he can turn you down now. Emmett adjusts his glasses again. It's impression and passive. Unfortunately, I'll have to pass. I'm paid for doing accounting, not for eating breakfast and tours. Have a good day, Miss Marigold. And just like that, he gathered his briefcase and walked out the door. The chiming bells, the only reminder he was there in the first place. So cold. This is giving Zane from Love in Deep Space. That's how he was with the main protagonist. So, I am crying. You can get him, Sage. We're going to make it work. He's going to be friends with you at the very minimum. I got you, sis. Aren't people from the countryside meant to be super welcoming? Meeting Florian and Emmett seems a little harsh. You spun back around the doorway after hearing the bells, but found no one there. Strange. With a shrug, you find yourself turning back towards the store. It would still be a few hours till Florian turned up, so you decided you might as well familiar yourself with the items around the store while you waited. And I think with that, I'm going to see if we can stop it right there. Let me see. Whoops. Is this the save? Okay, that is the save. So we're going to stop it here because it's 5 o'clock. And then we're going to raid out. So let me exit this. Yes. Give my quick impressions, and then we're going to wrap up stream for today. So first, thanks for kicking it with me today. Apologies again for all the scuff and shenanigans. My impressions of this game is that so far, even though we only got to play the first 30 minutes or so, the game's actually really well done. I think visual novels that have a clean setup and style are really, really nice to see. And so I'm not upset. I think everything looks really great. I think the addition of animation scenes and the way that the colors pop out for this visual novel are really well done. And I think I like the story, which a lot of novels and games start out this way, where the main protagonist is really just somebody who's trying to get a fresh, clean start, trying to make friends, trying to meet people, and then there's suitors or friends that they can hang out with and get to know, and there's different paths that you could take. So I do like the characters we've met so far, and I do like the aunt who's kind of mysterious, but has left her shop open for 3 months, and I'm assuming that's how long the game will take in regards to playing through the entire demo and also the full game, which will come out very soon. So, yeah. Overall, I think it's really well done. Again, ironically, starting on a Tuesday is really funny to me in terms of things. But, yeah, I have no complaints. I think it's really well polished so far. So, if anyone else wants to check out this game, again, I'm going to finish the demo like I do. I apologize we won't be able to do it today. But 2.5 Studios is the folks behind this. They are, let me see. I just want to make sure I drop it in the chat. So 2.5 Studios is an independent game development studio in Australia, actually. So shout out again to my Aussies. They are passionate about visual novels and story-driven games. So I do believe this game, as well as Astralis Publishing, No, sorry. Let me see. They have quite a few releases. So, if you're into visual novels, they have some other ones that they have put their hands on because they're the developer and publisher of the Willowmist Emporium of Antiques and Curiosities, which is the game I just played. So, Two and a Half Studios is the developer and publisher. But I would highly check out all the other games too that they have. One that I've been having on my radar that I want to try out is Cage of Roses, which is like a shoujo ai slash queer love story between two women. I think it looks really cool, and I love vampires and like dark things. So I will drop in the chat for anybody who wants to check them out in terms of things. But I will finish the demo, and then I'll probably play the full game as soon as we clean up slash finish up more games that we do play. So, but for now, I think what we're gonna do is, since I was co-streaming with Gia, for those of you over on YouTube, I will send Gia's username in the chat. So if you would like to follow over to Gia's stream, they're gonna be still co-working. And then I will raid out to their stream actually too. I see quite a few folks I'm going to be lurking on as I get ready for class. I'm just going to go say hi really quickly. Give me 1 second. I'm just saying hello because as soon as I log off stream, I am definitely like going to be like lurking.
I'm on top of my stuff.
Just give me 1 second, y'all.
You see me? I'm in ultimate streamer mode. Okay, Pink Panthers, we'll get back to you in a second, Panthers. It's time for me. Oh! Oh my goodness! What? Oh, thank you so much for the raid.
Okay. Okay. But like I said, I will be back tomorrow specifically. I will be not tomorrow, Lord, that's Wednesday. I will be back on Friday. I'll be back on Friday and Sunday and then on Monday. So like I said, we're going to be moving towards our new schedule going forward where I will just be streaming towards the weekends and on Monday, and then I will be gone most of the other times and everything else. So I hope folks will, you know, enjoy other folks for the week in terms of some of my mutuals and friends and community members too as they stream and things like that too. But thank you all so much for watching with me, whether you're here morning, afternoon, evening, lurking, or going to be watching the VOD. Naya is also streaming too as well. So I also do want to give some love to Naya too. Naya is a really cool person who I met through Gia. They have 2 channels actually streaming right now too. So I'll probably be hanging out over there, but I do want to give Naya a shout out too. Like I said, I'm just trying to like get things going as I say hi to folks. I'm a lurker, y'all. I'm always a lurker on most people's streams. That's just how that works. But yeah, thank you for dropping that as well. I do want to wait a few more minutes to get the other mutual aid channel as well from Naya. So Naya has 2 channels, their main channel and their mutual aid max channel, along with Gia having their main channel and mutual aid channel as well. So yeah. But other than that, that's it. Like I said, I'll be around. Like I said, I'll usually be in other people's streams on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays because I got class and stuff, and I'll be kicking it with people, trying to like have workout days and days I hang out with my friends. But other than that, thank you all. I really appreciate you. I hope you enjoy watching the visual novel. Thank you for all the loves, the follows, the check-ins, and everything too. Their stream streaks, as well as thank you again to June for a raid. I really do appreciate that. And like I said, I really just appreciate everybody who supports me in terms of things too. And thank you for the love and support for being a part of the Black Twitch Guild in terms of being one of the mentors. I won't be able to actually make the meeting to meet some of my other friends and colleagues, but I'm gonna catch that recording. So I got a lot of work to do tonight to make sure I'm caught up for what we gotta do. So I'm excited. It's gonna be lit. But yeah, other than that, that's it. That's all I got. Please, 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 please support all these amazing people. Please look out for your community. Stay safe, stay well. I hope you have a nice rest of your week. If I don't see you in someone else's stream very, very soon. Like I said, we will be co-working, hanging out, playing music, doing dope things. later this week. And I'm really, really excited to hit it hard for January because the goal is to finish up a lot of the games like Is This Seat Taken, Sea of Stars, and a few other things, as well as finish the demo for the Willowmist Emporium. And then it's going to be Black History Month. So we got lots of things going on for Black History Month. So it's going to be lit. All right. So let me unpin things and let me send y'all to Gia in terms of continuing support. And like I said, I will be around on people's streams, probably lurking. I won't be able to talk, but I'll just be lurking around. There we go. There's the other shout out too. But alrighty, y'all. That's it. This is the raid message that you can use. For those of you on YouTube, if you'd like to come over to Twitch in terms of raiding out, I will drop the raid. I already dropped Gia's username. If you're over on Twitch too, the Magic and Shanann is here. The C train has stopped. Has stopped by. We won't use the tier emote. We'll use a Luna Smo emote. I'm not gonna be that goof troop hours. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. There you go. Okay, that's all I got. I gotta go. I gotta get ready for class. I gotta go put on makeup and be cute, and put on my lounge clothes. I usually have my I feel like I look like Jinx from in terms of their hair. Jinx from League of Legends. Their hair in twin pigtails, and then I'm gonna do my little fancy makeup and stuff. But yes, thank you Mick, thank you Kotsu, thank you Gia, thank you everybody who stopped by and said hi. I appreciate you. Like I said, I'll be back later this week. I'm super excited to get back into streaming and for the year. And if I haven't said it to you already, I hope that you have a great rest of your day / I know I just said it earlier, but great rest of your day, a happy new year, and stay safe and stay well, and always look out for your people, you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
But okay. I'm outie 5,000, y'all. I'm lit. I'm finna go hang out with people on these streams and lurk and be cool. But I'll see y'all later. I'll be hanging out with some dope people later this week. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to act up in Final Fantasy 14 with Gia and Vivi and everybody. And of course hang out with Ella and just all my friends. And I love all of y'all and part of my community. You know who you is and you know what it's about. And as I always say, I ain't got nothing but love for you, baby. I do. So thanks for hanging out with me and helping me get some stuff done. And I'll definitely be working hard to hit it hard for school and take these damn biostats class. I hate it so much. But anyway, alrighty, y'all. Let's get the raid going and go say hi to Gia. And I will be around. I will see y'all on Friday evening. If not, I will see y'all Sunday. If not, I'll see y'all Monday. If not, I'll see y'all on somebody's stream. If not, I'll see you on Discord. If not, I'll see you somewhere on social media. So stay safe, stay well. Always look out for your people. And with great power comes great social responsibility. So stay sexy, stay smooth, stay safe, and happy 2026. I'm going to say 2025 occasionally, y'all, because I'm goof troop hours. So don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. That's all. That's all I'm saying. I just know me. I'm going to get the months fucked up for at least a couple of years. Not years, sorry. A couple of weeks. So, yeah. All right, y'all. I'm out. Deuces for now. Take care. Love you. Have a nice one. And not parasocial way, and generally, respectful. I see you human to human way, okay? We don't do toxic parasociality around these parts. But alrighty, y'all. Take care. Have a nice one. Bye-bye for now. Huzzah, huzzah.